there, fans of the Survivor Super Fun Time Show. This is Kevin once again from the Survivor Super Fun Time Show, and we're reporting on new news that just dropped today. Another Entertainment Weekly resource that we have to rely on for Survivor 46. This is freaking Dalton Ross. He's been around for ages, but he's not the one that's the problem in this whole situation. It's Jeffy Boy Probst. Jeff Probst dropped a nugget today for Survivor fans to swallow, and it's not going to be tasty for most of the Survivor fans out there. But if you've watched and looked at the headline of this video, you pretty much already know what it's about. Old Jeffy Probst has dropped in a bombshell article that there's going to be no Survivor auction for Survivor 46. That's a big surprise to many of the fans who watched last season, because last season there was an auction. Survivor 45, they figured out a way to put the food on the plate and put it on the table. And for some reason, for Survivor 46, they're just not going that route. And Jeff Probst actually gives an explanation as to why we, as the fans, are not going to be seeing a Survivor auction. Is it the worst thing in the world? Probably not. But it's more why we're not going to see a Survivor auction is why I'm actually really intrigued right now. As you can see, Jeff Probst explains that there's no Survivor auction. And then we see a little portrait of Hunter saying, "What's happening, baby? There's no auction, baby!" That's what's happening. First to feature a player getting saved by a shot in the dark, stabbing bags of rice, because Jeff is definitely totally stable and everything. After 8 years in exile, there was a Survivor auction finally brought back for 45. And then we find out that 46 is not going to be happening. Says, while he acknowledges that would have made sense to bring the auction back immediately because we had, basically a bunch of players, we get a free shot at the mechanic we had implemented in Survivor 45, which is the player who leaves the Survivor auction with the most amount of money has a disadvantage. But what he said was, even though we had that free shot, ultimately, the host explains it really came down to resources. Resources. The Survivor auction came down to resources. How? How did that happen? Because again, we continue to scroll. Probst, of course, is not only the host, but he's the showrunner. So that means he makes all the real decisions at this point. Where's the title? I got it right here. That's a gigantic lift from production in order to do the auction, essentially is what he says. It looks simple. But you've got a chocolate shake. You've got a bag. Somebody pays with money. There are so many departments involved. I'm honestly 100%. I'm not certain that he's not trolling us right now. He said, but you got a chocolate shake, then you got a bag, and then somebody pays with money. I mean, that's just so many departments involved. He's got to be kidding, right? Like, that can't be real. That can't be real. We don't have Survivor auction because there's too much going on. Bro, go to your local Jollibees or whatever they have in Fiji, put some shit on a plate, put it on the table, give them Monopoly money, and say, bid. Honestly, that's all you gotta do. I understand why so many things in the new era have to be amplified. They have to be overcomplicated. Because as much as old school fans like myself say they want a simple game, they want to go back to the old glory days. What happened to people just living on a beach together and seeing whose social capital beats the other? That's not really true. I think a lot of fans really like how complicated the game has gotten. And I think even though the Survivor 45 auction, the mechanics, the way it worked, I think it was flawed. And I would personally not like to see it again. I understand why they at least they felt the need to change it up. And I think they can. I think they can absolutely do something like that in the future. The problem is it was too much. And the fact that they're saying that it's just not going to work because they're short-staffed and the resources aren't there, like, I guess maybe not financially, but time-wise, it is just it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me saying we can't have any more crew. We have nowhere. It's a complicated math problem. It is not a complicated math problem. I swear to God. I will run to Wawa and get some Entenmann's, and you could have that flown to Fiji in like a day. I will say, ultimately, it's so far down on the list of problems with Survivor. If you want to like break it down, what could go wrong? I think Survivor: The New Era has been really good. Initially, I was not on board. Season 41, don't like it to this day. So I think we're in a good spot. We're going upward pretty much all around. Bringing the theme back for 45 is a big deal. Making it 90-minute episodes, another huge deal. I think we've seen a lot of good gameplay in the previous 4 seasons if we had been able to get to 90-minute episodes. But to this point, this is one of those things where I feel like we're taking a step back and you don't really need to. Like, there's really no reason for it. I mean, if you mix the bad with the good or the new with the old, I think that's when you get kind of a Survivor Nirvana. And I think it's what 45 really hit. And this is one of those things you just didn't need to do, even though he says we needed to do it. And I just don't agree. I hope that it looks like they're going to revisit it. It says it's not like they're not going to do it again in the future at some point. But I, I, I don't know. I don't know. I think Survivor can figure it out. What do you think? Do you think that it's pretty silly that they haven't been able to figure this out for some reason and be able to actually do the Survivor auction? I think it's pretty silly that they can't. I think there's a lot that you can do so easily. And I mean, like honestly, put chips on a plate, put milk in there, a beer. People love seeing people get drunk. Go back to the bath thing where you can take a bath at the auction, where you have to buy a cake and split it with multiple people. Like, I thought all of that made a lot of sense, and I thought it was easily workable. All right, that's going to do it. Hope you all have an amazing day, everybody. You take care. Goodbye.